Namaste beautiful souls, hope you all are doing great. If you like my videos, like my channel, please like, share, subscribe and comment and click on the bell icon so that you get notified of all my future videos. Coming to today's topic, it is about the science of activation of third eye chakra. How do you know that your third eye chakra is either activated or on the verge of getting activated? Before that, if you haven't watched my video on science of blocked third eye chakra, I'll be giving its link in the description box. So go and watch that. It will give you more clarity and guidance on blockages in third eye chakra and how do you overcome that and how do you balance your third eye chakra. Before we begin this video, there is a disclaimer for you that please rule out any medical possibilities before reaching this conclusion that whatever is happening with you is basically a sign of crown chakra activation. Also, we do not claim or guarantee anything through this video. It is just about my experience. It is just about my opinions. Take what resonates and leave the rest. And yes, of course, each one of you can have different experiences, and it is not that whatever I'm discussing here and I have experienced is the only thing which you will experience. But yes, if at least 50% of this resonates with you, then there's this high chance that you are going towards activation. Let's begin with this video. Once your third eye chakra is activated, or let's say is on the verge of getting activated, in the process of getting activated, your dreams become very vivid. You have premonitions, your sensitivity increases, your understanding increases. Not only understanding of the situation, having clarity of thoughts, and it is easy for you to make your decisions, but you're also able to read people. If a person is standing in front of you and they are telling some story or telling something about them, you are able to figure out, you are able to clearly understand whether they are faking it or they are telling the truth. You are able to understand people, who is a genuine person and who is not, who is trustworthy and who is not. And you also see many things, extra sensory perceptions, I would say. Many things which are not able to be like normal people are not able to see those things with naked eyes, but people with activated third eye chakra are able to see that, are able to sense that. Again, it depends on your clair senses, what your dominant clair sense is. It can be clairvoyance, that is your ability to see the things. It can be clairaudience, your ability to hear the things. It can be clairsentience, claircognizance, any of the senses. It doesn't matter. But once your third eye chakra is activated, your clair senses, whatever is your most strongest clair sense, it comes on surface, and rest of the clair senses also start coming on surface. So it's not only about seeing the things, but it's also about hearing the things, sensing the things, knowing the things, right? So these things increase your wisdom, your intellect, your clarity of thoughts, and your connection with the divine. It's not about direct connection, because of course it is associated with the crown chakra, but your understanding on spiritual topics, your understanding on spiritual stuffs increases a lot. You are able to have clarity over certain spiritual topics or certain mysteries of universe or mysteries of life, which kept you entangled before, but now all of a sudden everything makes sense to you. Everything comes so easily to you. And of course your psychic senses increase. I have already mentioned your premonitions increase, and these are the things. Your wisdom increases, your intuition increases, and your focus and concentration increases a lot. It's like your memory power, which we call as grasping ability, it increases a lot. It's like you just see a thing and it gets embedded in your mind. You read a paragraph or read a sentence, it gets fixed in your mind. So your concentration, your focus, your intelligence increases a lot. So yes, these are the signs of activation of third eye chakra. Coming to physical signs, right before activation of third eye chakra, you might feel a bit of pressure over here, basically in the third eye chakra region, or somewhere I would say at the occipital region, here back on the occipital region, where basically your pineal gland is. Somewhere here. And you feel some kind of tingling sensation or some kind of heaviness, or many people complain of insects crawling over the pineal region, occipital, or over here, or a kind of heaviness or headache which is unexplained. It's not like a normal headache, it's not like a normal pressure which they feel. So yes, these things can happen when your third eye chakra is in the process of getting activated. And Once it is activated, of course, all these things subside. You feel extremely light, you feel really good, very better, I would say. It's as if you have got new vision, new eyes to see everything in front of you, to analyze everything, to understand everything, not to misinterpret things, rather, having balanced analysis and balanced judgment towards things, I would say. You are neither over trusting or blindly trusting on people, nor you are totally distrusting on people. You basically know who is trustworthy and who is not. You're not bothered about the negative experiences in your life. You know that whatever happens for a reason. There are all sorts of people. So yes, your understanding, your clarity, your vision, you have this new vision, I would say. Your perception about the things, about people, about your experiences change. And so just imagine the lightedness, the clarity, the peace you have once all these things happen, right? You are able to understand everything, you are able to read the energies, you have different vision and a sense of gratitude and gratefulness towards everything in the universe, in the nature around you. You do not blame anyone, you do not hold grudges, you do not overthink on stuffs, rather you are totally in a state of bliss and peace, because you know the reality, you know the truth of things, you are able to connect spiritually, at deeper levels. So your understanding is really good, which causes you to have a peaceful state, a blissful state, a high vibe state. So yeah, these are the things which happen. Now coming to my experience with third eye activation, I would call it a reactivation, because I'm a born psychic. So my upper chakras, as I mentioned in my previous videos, that my upper chakras were activated by birth. It is kind of, I inherit these things. So yes, these were activated. So I used to have premonitions, I used to sense energies, I used to read people's aura. It's not only about just seeing the aura, but it's also about reading, basically analyzing the people, who is trustworthy, who is not, who is telling the truth, who is not, and who is just faking things up and all that, right? Also, yes, as I said, I used to have premonitions. My intuition was really good, but as it was by birth, I thought that these are normal things which everyone has. Later, when I came to know that, okay, these are some special senses which not everyone has on surface level. It is there in every one of us, but yeah, it is dormant. So when I came to know about these things, by that time, there were certain incidents which I'll discuss in another video of mine, which actually impacted me a lot. And because of that, my third eye chakra and my crown chakra somewhat became a bit slow, like hypoactive, I would say. And at that time, yes, of course, I was occupied by overthinking and certain thoughts, and yeah, I was in that loop of thoughts and overthinking and trap. So yes, that was the time which made my third eye and my crown hypoactive. But yes, as I started healing from those stuffs, as I started working on myself, my inner self healing, my inner child issues, when I got into spirituality, at that time, my vision, my perspective about the things changes. The moment I started letting go of all the baggages I was carrying, the moment I started being in a state of surrender, letting go, being happy with whatever I have, being satisfied with whatever I have, not having much desires, rather being happy in my present situation. Slowly I noticed changes in my third eye chakra, where this heaviness and this loop of overthinking, I felt as if it is slipping away, as if someone is just grabbing it and throwing it out of my energetic system. I started feeling lighter, I started feeling better. It took I would say, when I started my healing, since that time, it took a month for me to overcome all those stuffs and bring back my previous programming which I used to have. Because I had some connection with spirituality, with divine, from the beginning. I had certain programmings from the beginning, but due to, again, as I have mentioned, due to those experiences, my programming got disturbed a bit and my mind was kind of reprogrammed. So I had to bring my old programming back, and it took a month for me, approx a month for me, to bring my old programming back. And then I just felt as if there's this bright light over here, and all the things are, just going out, all the heaviness and baggages and overthinking just slipping away. I also felt as if there are this big, stone, rocks, cords, which were blocking my third eye, and they are getting removed. And yeah, then I was back to my old self. Yeah. Now coming to how can you activate your third eye chakra. There are various methods with which you can do it. First one is, of course, mindfulness meditation. That is, mindfulness meditation can be practiced as a beginner or as an advanced level. It has different levels, different categories, right? So it can be practiced by a beginner as well as a person who is into meditation, who is doing advanced practices. So mindfulness, Tratak is one of the most powerful exercises, techniques, meditations for activating your third eye chakra. But yes, please do Tratak only if your lower chakras are activated or are really strong and powerful, because the energy of Tratak can immediately open your third eye chakra, right? And once it is opened, it becomes very difficult for people to handle if their lower chakras are not strong enough, or are not balanced, or not opened, not activated, right? For few people it becomes very disturbing. The third eye chakra goes into the mode of over activation, or like hyperactive, and these people have to deal with hallucinations, different kind of hallucinations, and certain things, certain visions, certain auditory senses, certain stimulus which are not real, and they just perceive things which are not real. Also, they can see things which are actually real, but they are not prepared to see them. Some unwanted entities, unwanted energies, which of course exist, but at that particular level they are not supposed to see those things, or they cannot take in the energy, or take in the reality, the realization of whatever they are seeing. So this is why activation of lower chakras, or at least lower chakras being in strong position, is extremely important, right? Many people, as I said, that it can be a bit of, it can be hallucinations also, things which do not exist once third eye chakra goes into overactivation. So those people can experience symptoms of schizophrenia, dissociative identity disorder, or might have different levels of delusions, or any psychosis, or any mental or psychiatric illnesses. Again, I'm not diagnosing anything. It's just like they mimic those symptoms. They may or may not have those symptoms. They may or may not be diagnosed by these things, but yes, symptoms mimic these illnesses, right? So if a person is having schizophrenia, it's not necessary that they are actually having this medical illness. Few of them might be going through these signs of overactivation of third eye chakra. Let's not go deep into that. Coming back to the topic. So yes, when you do Tratak, make sure that your lower chakras are in a very strong position or are activated. Otherwise, you can go for mindfulness exercises. Then do regular groundings, and protection of aura is extremely important, because these two are the chakras which once activated, they need the person needs a lot of inner strength as well as a very, very strong aura, right? So for them, regular grounding and aura cleansing, aura protection exercises are a must when they are in this process, because it's not only about activation. Many things go behind the scene during the activation, before the activation. Since the moment you intend that you want these to be activated, there are certain things which go on behind the scenes, good and bad both. So for that, you have to stay grounded, you have to stay protected, and then you have to start with your practices, right? And let's say for people who are just hurrying with the process of these two chakras activation, and they don't focus on the lower chakras, for them, especially the lower three chakras, that is root, sacral, and your solar plexus, especially these three chakras, if they are not focusing on these, then the opening of third eye can be a disastrous experience for these people. So this is why I always say that your root chakra, your lower three chakras are extremely important, even more than third eye chakra, which is hyped these days, right? Because you will be unable to take in the energies of third eye chakra. And other exercises of course include mantra chanting. You can chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Om Mani Padme Hum. These two mantras work really good for all the upper chakras, right? So you can chant this, especially Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. It is one of the most powerful, this is personally experienced by me, it is one of the most powerful mantras, which when I did, I went through very different experiences. Although I had my third eye chakra activated, but the experience, the things which I went through was on a totally different level. And at that time I realized that, things are, spirituality is very vast, energy is very vast. It's not only about opening third eye chakra, it's just a drop in the ocean. So yeah, this is one of the most powerful mantras, chantings. You can chant beach mantra of your third eye chakra. You can do guided visualization exercises for opening your third eye chakra. You can do breathing methods, especially your this one, Anulom Vilom, which is commonly known as Anulom Vilom in yoga. That is extremely powerful for opening your third eye chakra and your crown chakra. If you are into crystals, then labradorite and serpentine, they are one of the best crystals. Though labradorite, if you just go on Google and search for labradorite, you will find that it is extremely good for your heart chakra, but it works better for your third eye and your crown, like exceptionally well. So labradorite and serpentine for your third eye and crown chakra. But yes, make sure that you are doing regular grounding and you are doing regular aura protection things, so that you are able to take in the experiences and energies. Otherwise it can be really disastrous for you. And the final one is of course under the guidance of a guru, which is the safest one if you are able to find a genuine guru, because there are many here, right? So if you are able to find a genuine guru, then this is the best option. Before ending the video, although I have explained, I've talked about it, but still, to summarize these things, let me tell you the negative consequences of opening of third eye chakra, especially if you are not prepared. And how do you know that you are not prepared? Your lower chakras are imbalanced, your lower chakras are blocked, you are going through extreme ups and downs in your life, not because of spiritual awakening. If you want to know what is spiritual awakening, I have discussed about it on my other channel, The Divine Blessing. You can go and watch that video, because spiritual awakening also is very overwhelming, right? So do not get confused with the signs of spiritual awakening and the negative experiences or the issues you are going in your life, right? So if it is not spiritual awakening, if it is just your issues you are going in your life, which is not pleasant, then doing any of mindfulness exercises or breathing exercises is good. Do not go for this hardcore third eye activation. Otherwise it again can be very overwhelming and disastrous, right? And I've already explained about the lower chakra, strength of lower chakras, right? Now, if in case you are not prepared, then what can happen? Or people who have spontaneous third eye awakening, what happens to them? They can go through any symptoms of psychosis. They can go through schizophrenia, dissociative identity disorder, or any of the psychiatric illnesses. Basically, they can be they can have delusions, or just extremely upset even over small things in their life. They get obsessed with things. Yes, OCD is one of the things they can have. But there are stages of OCD. We are not talking about stage 1 and 2. Basically the higher stages of OCD, it can happen when there is third eye chakra overstimulation, and of course it is related with the crown chakra also. And then you have various intrusive thoughts, which are repetitive, which are beyond your control, and you might get even attracted towards the negative things, negative side of, or you can say misuse of spirituality. You can get attracted to those stuffs which are unwanted, because your third eye chakra is just going haywire. It doesn't know how to direct its energy, and of course, as you are not prepared, you do not know how to control it. So it can go anywhere it wants to. Universe is full of energies, positive, negative, all kinds of. So when anything is going erratic, of course it can go towards the negative side. It will go towards the negative side, because positive things are all about balance, peace and all. And if something is already unstable, it cannot go towards peace, right? So you will get attracted towards all the unwanted stuffs, unwanted energies. You might see things, you might feel things. it will be, in short, it will be really disastrous. So please don't, get overexcited, or do not fantasize with this word, third eye chakra activation or third eye chakra opening, because there are many people who come to me and they are like, I want to get my third eye chakra activated, I want to get my third eye chakra opened. And when I ask them this question, that have you worked on your lower chakras, they're like, we don't care about that. Anyhow, they are not going to help us. We just care about the third eye chakra. So please stay away from these kind of misconceptions that lower chakras are not helpful. In fact, lower chakras are extremely helpful if you want to have more stability, more success, more strength in spirituality. And they are the ones who give you direction. They are the ones who give you stability, security. They are the ones who are able to absorb or deflect any kind of negativity which comes your way, any kind of stress or any kind of negative experiences, traumatic experiences which you might go through during these processes. So these lower chakras are the ones who absorb that, deflect that, okay, or ground that. So please work on your lower chakras. It is extremely important, right? So this is about your third eye chakra activation. And the disclaimer, it should have been in the beginning. Okay, I'll put it in the beginning also, that please rule out any medical possibilities before concluding that whatever signs you are going through is because of third eye chakra activation, right? We do not claim or guarantee, or we do not basically diagnose anything, right? Please rule out all the medical conditions, and we do not claim or guarantee anything through this video. This is my personal experience. This is my personal thoughts and opinions on the things, right? So take care, stay blessed. Till we meet again.